we started out so small that it was just one time Miss Hasty Thompson said that she went to church and wasn't anybody there but she and the preacher, and she sang in the choir and he preached just like it was the church was full.
That's preaching to the choir. That's where it came from.
And the first families I remember were the Simmonses, Red and Gwen and Dottie and Bill. And Breckenridge's, Lomax and Butterfly and Louise. And the Thompsons, which lived right across the street, Ware and Hassie and 4 children. And I think the 4 children later went to the Presbyterian. But the Hopkinses, Maud, Hop, 40, Willis, and Nancy, and Garland. And the Pabases, Bert, Ann, and Frances, and we called her Pootie. Why, I don't know. And Mariette and Ann Godwin. And you mostly had to do something. You had to sing in the choir or do something useful. And but I started singing in choir when Bossy Air was there because I couldn't understand him from
far away.
Yeah. And baby sis told me that the women all wore covers on their head. Yep. I mean, that was the custom, and she was not consecrated, christened. 87 years ago. So, no, it wasn't 87 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, 87 years ago.
Yeah, I'll be 88 next month.
Okay, and me 81. And Bishop Jett christened me. I can't remember yours.
Well, I don't remember. I was 9 months old, so I don't know who he was.
And then we had, I can't remember the bishop after Bishop Jett.
Phillips.
And then Marmion.
Marmion.
Phillips after Jett.
Bishop Phillips.
And
Okay.
if Bishop Jett baptized you, he baptized you also.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who baptized me.
1917, that's when the diocese started. And he was the first bishop, I think.
Yes.
Jett.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he
Okay.
was.
Yeah. So
Okay, I would have had Jet.
he baptized all of y'all then.
Yeah, Mama said I kept telling him, look at my new shoes.
That's why we try to do it before 6 months.
Now, Bobby, go on with your story.
Anyway, it was, you had to be on the vestry after you turned 18. It was because we just didn't have enough people, and it was mandatory you serve on the vestry after 18 years. And I remember Daddy hollering at Ware Thompson when things he didn't want to hear. He'd turn his hearing aid down. Papa would make him turn it back up again. And we had some pretty lively meetings back then, but they were fun. And
Bobby, were there women on the vestry then?
no, Maud Hopkins was the only one that broke into the vestry, and she was, I think I must have been in the service when she came on the vestry. I can't remember the year, but it's up there on her, the stone that they put up there in the yard. I believe the date is on that when she came on the vestry. I'm not sure about that. But it was, I remember it. I mean, it was quite something, you know. But Maud was a she was a character, I'm telling you. She told everything on poor Hop that he ever did. And one time he went to an apple convention in New York and took Garland when he was just a little thing, and came back, and Miss Hop said, "Where's Garland?" And he'd left him in a hotel up in New York. And of course they had to arrange for him to get home, but she couldn't wait to tell that at the church. But she was a real fun person. And they were, I think they are probably all gone now. And Mary and Ed and Nan lived down by the spring in that little brick house, and they always had a party before the bell ringing, and it was got things started. And that after we started having more than one service a month, well, things started picking up, and old man Hop and Pulley were taking up collection, and Hugh White was minister, and they were coming up the aisle, and both of them were just deaf as they could be, and they got right up at front, and they were trading puppies. And old man Hop said, "I'll take a dog, and you take a screw-tail bitch." and Hugh got tickled, and he couldn't manage to go on for a while. So he had to kind of excuse himself till he could get organized again. He had quite a sense of humor himself, but he couldn't handle that.